Welcome to Aussie Nomad Destinations. Follow us as we caravan our way around Australia. This is Ed and I'm Bec, and we're finding you the best free and budget camp spots Oz has to offer. Fishing, crabbing and hiking our way through this awesome country. For notifications, click subscribe and hit the bell, and that will keep you up to date. This week we are camping at the North Illaroo Campgrounds in the Yuraygir National Park. It's about 80 kilometres south of Yamba and about 2.7 kilometres north of Minnie Water, or just east of Grafton on the coast. It's a dirt road in from the turn off at Minnie Water, but was in good condition and we had no trouble with the van. The cost is $24 per night plus your car pass. You'll have to book it online at national parks before you arrive. Camp caretaker comes and checks you in when you arrive. The camp is beachfront, some with sea views, and there are a couple of large toilet blocks. There are taps with drinking water available, and a couple of barbecues scattered around the park. There are large bins at the front gate, and there was good internet and phone service. We were on site 38 and we managed to get in with our 21'6" van. However, I walked in front and checked that we didn't hit any trees or fences. It was a little tight, but all in all we got in. Just be careful when you choose your site. The beach is beautiful and we spent most afternoons down there watching the afternoon colours. I loved the mornings and spent most of my mornings wandering around the beach. There is a couple of staircases which made it easy. The water is so aqua and clear. I really love this part of the country for the watercolour and clarity. It's just stunning. There are a lot of people at this park, so I don't think you will find too many places where you'll be by yourself. The wildlife was next level. There were heaps of very large sand goannas, and they were super quiet and just wandered around like they owned the place. There were some pretty flowers and foliage throughout the park, and then we spotted this massive carpet snake under the stairs coming up from the beach. We spoke to a couple of campers, but everyone seemed to kind of know he was around, and they were just leaving him to himself. There was also plovers and crows and magpies and butcherbirds. and a couple of kookaburras. There is a beach entrance for four-wheel driving at the far end of the park. The dirt road to the entrance runs along behind the park. We decided to go for a drive up the beach and try fishing. It seems we've lost our fishing mojo since hitting New South Wales, and we are finding it very hard to catch anything or even get a bite. We are seriously looking forward to getting back on the Northern Territory. We fished for about 4 hours and couldn't even get a bite, but it was about the same for everybody else on the beach. But hey, it's all about the fun and enjoying the day. It is a stunning beach. We tried a couple of gutters and then we drove right to the far end near the rocks to try. But no, nothing. Bacon and egg sandwiches it'll be. The next day we went for a drive down to Wooli. That's a very pretty spot. Make sure if you go down there you go right to the end of the point. It was just beautiful, but there were so many people around I couldn't get any footage. The creek was so clear you'd have been able to see the fish before you caught them. Then we stopped at the park for lunch and grabbed an ice cream from Mr. Whippy and headed home. The next morning we decided we should look around Minnie Water. It has a very cute general store that sells the best pies and sausage rolls, has coffee and some really great gifts, and beer and alcohol if you run out. We drove over the headland and down at the base was what looked like a giant aquarium. There were dozens of people there, so we decided to come back in the afternoon. It went overcast by the afternoon and it looked like it was going to rain, and it was freezing. But hey, you only live once. So I grabbed my snorkel and GoPro and in I went. Yep, it was freezing. The underwater life was pretty good. A lot better than I expected. There were little coloured fish and lots of different coloured weed. And some whiting and brim. I was so glad I jumped in, and now I'm going home for a warm shower. While we're in the area, we thought we'd do a quick run through South Illaroo Campgrounds. We only got half of it as there were too many people around. So it's moving day. It's time to move on. Was this one of the best campgrounds? Would I recommend it? Yes. We are off for a couple of days into Grafton on power. It's been a while. We need to wash, clean the van and car, get some groceries, and then we're heading into Coffs. So that's it till next week. Keep in contact, stay happy, and we'll see you next Sunday at 6 a.m.